Recently, my housemate purchased a 24-pack of lavender-scented toilet paper, and this immediately prompted some questions. Will this make my butthole smell like lavender? What are the benefits of having a butthole that smells like lavender? If my butthole smells like lavender, but nobody smells my butthole, does that mean I failed my mission? I'm more of a digger than a wiper. So if some of these lavender chemicals find their way up into my rear, could that cause some sort of booty hole infection? And let's just say over the past day, I've had all my questions answered. I'm just kidding. This is the worst human invention ever. And by the end of this video, you will agree. So keep watching. If we're gonna be honest, toilet paper is good enough at its job. I know a lot of bidet commercials make the claim that toilet paper doesn't actually clean you, but obviously it cleans us enough. Otherwise, no one would use it. But when you compare toilet paper to other water-based butt cleaning methods, it's just inefficient. Also, bidets don't irritate your butthole like toilet paper can. We've all had moments where our buttholes were left a little irritated after a long wiping session. I know Payton uses on average 2 rolls of toilet paper per dookie drop, and on average 3 rolls of toilet paper per bleeding session caused by excessive wiping, and on average 1 cardboard roll shoved up his butthole a day for fun. But the main concern with toilet paper is that it's awful for the environment. Americans use over 30 billion rolls of toilet paper a year, which equates to about 15 million trees. And sure, with something like a bidet, you are using water, but the water usage compared to how many trees are being chopped down, there is no comparison. There are so many small things we do on a daily basis that contribute to the climate crisis, things that we could easily stop doing and it wouldn't really make an impact on our lives. Or in some cases, it would make our lives better. Like, not only are bidets better at their job than toilet paper, they save you money over time, and they're better for the environment, and they feel great. And I think a lot of people know that bidets are better than toilet paper, but all we've ever known is toilet paper. And so we're just gonna keep using toilet paper. We're stubborn. And I don't think the average American likes the idea of a spout spitting up their butt. Also, did you know that toilet paper has chemicals in it? A lot of toilet paper have PFAs, which is known as a forever chemical, which is not great for your body or the environment. I'm not gonna act like I know what I'm talking about here, or that the chemicals in toilet paper concern or affect me. Some people do have medical issues with toilet paper, but what I will say is that if the government is willing to put chemicals in our toilet paper, what are they putting in our vaccines? Toilet paper? Honestly, I no longer care enough about this world to get remotely invested in conspiracy theories. When you're creating media, you're supposed to make these major claims that really rile up your audience. So in a video like this, I'm supposed to say toilet paper is the worst thing ever, and it's killing the environment, and bidets will save your life. I don't know, I feel like so much is ruining the environment that anything I do doesn't matter. And that's not the right mindset, but because toilet paper is just so average at its job, it makes me wonder, like, how did this become the only way people wipe their butts? And it begins with the fact that people have always disregarded the environment for the sake of profit and convenience. The producers don't care that they're chopping down a bunch of trees, and most consumers are uninformed or just don't care. But to be a little more specific, the reason why toilet paper is the only thing people use is because of great marketing. People haven't always used toilet paper. People used to use all sorts of things, like water, sponges on a stick, seashells. According to history.com, things like your wealth and social status played a role in your rectal hygiene habits. And I guess that's one thing I like about today's society. Like, I wipe my butt the same way Joe Biden does, with a helper. If you want to learn more about the history of how toilet paper became so popular, check out this video by The Future Proof. It's funny and informative. It helps me kind of structure the first part of this video. I don't want to paraphrase this whole video, but I'm going to summarize how toilet paper became popular in 2 sentences. Toilet paper has existed for centuries, but it wasn't until the mid-1800s when Western civilization found it and started mass producing it. But it's not like toilet paper was solving a problem. People were already wiping their butts. And so what they did was make people feel insecure about their bodies so that they felt like they needed the toilet paper. That's how marketing works. You make people think they need a product, they really don't. And you do that by whatever means necessary. Okay, so we all understand that toilet paper is, if we're being generous, mediocre. But there's nothing wrong with being mediocre. If there was, I'd be drowning in guilt. Let's start by discussing the pros and cons of scented toilet paper. Pros. Scented toilet paper can make your bathroom smell a little more fresh. Cons. The added dyes, fragrances, and sometimes even bleach that is added to create this scent is not meant to go anywhere near any of your holes. These chemicals can increase your chance of IBS, itchy butthole syndrome. The symptoms of IBS include polished anus syndrome, anal fissures, microabrasions, hemorrhoids, and my favorite, rectal bleeding. Now, over the years, companies have started to apply those chemicals to the toilet paper rolls rather than directly onto the paper, which is definitely better, but still these chemicals being in such close proximity can cause some issues. I'm sure there are plenty of people who have used scented toilet paper for years and have had no issues, but it doesn't mean you don't increase your risk. It's kind of like how people can smoke every day but still live to be 100. Nobody wants lung cancer in their anus. Honestly, I don't care about your hemorrhoids, but I do care about our planet. These added chemicals are not eco-friendly, so you're taking a product that's already bad for the environment and making it worse for the environment. And for some consumers, the smell of this toilet paper can either be unpleasant or way too strong. That's what happened to my friend.
Hi guys, welcome to my bathroom today. I know it's a little unusual to catch me in my bathroom, and this is really kind of a gardening channel here, but I do some home stuff as well. Today, this is a public service announcement about my toilet paper. So I went to Walmart yesterday because I was out and I had to buy more, and what I did was I inadvertently bought scented toilet paper. I think it is lavender scented. It's freaking nauseating. My desk is right next to the bathroom, so I've been smelling this all day, and it's been nasty, and so I have to get it out of here now. And it's the journey you get to come on with me. So I got my laundry basket, and the stuff is just going. It is just going. I'm done with this for now. There. See? I'm going to put this out on my balcony to air out.
This is the greatest video of all time. I have nothing to add to this piece of art.
So there it is. Wish me luck. Maybe when I bring it in a few hours from now, it won't stink so bad.
Maybe.
And then this happened. And for the record, that scent is lingering in the bathroom.
Wait.
Room.
She put
So
the toilet paper outside.
It has been sitting outside for 4 hours now. The problem with this is...
Tell us.
And I know that I'm coming across as being like so over dramatic about
speak your truth. No.
But it stinks so bad.
Yeah.
And the problem that has come now is this has been out here 4 hours now, and it has lost none of its scent. And I can't leave it out here overnight because, I live in Tennessee.
The humidity.
It's really humid.
Yeah, the humidity.
100% humidity at night, and I can't have the toilet paper out here
no,
like
you
that.
can't.
Then I'm really screwed.
Really screwed.
So now my issue is, where am I going to put this in the house where it's not going to, be...
Contaminate your space.
Overwhelming?
Yeah.
It's going to be
Look at what scented toilet paper has done to this woman. Look at what scented toilet paper has done to this woman. It's driving her to insanity. Are we just gonna let Angel Soft get away with this? You're gonna let him get away with this? You're gonna let him get away with this. Look at what they've done to this poor woman.
overwhelming anywhere, so I can't put it back in the bathroom because my desk is in my bedroom.
She's lost. She's lost. She doesn't deserve this. Look at her smile.
Hi, guys.
Look at that smile. Look. Angel Soft toilet paper has removed her smile. She's not smiling anymore. They're trying to rip the joy from her. I've never smiled this much in my life. It should have been me who was overwhelmed by the Angel Soft smell. This video is for her.
This is probably my only option, is to put it into the art room, because at least we can close the door and no one sleeps in there.
Scented toilet paper prays after sweet, middle-aged women who are just searching for the small things in life. It makes me sick. I'm literally convulsing. I'm literally pushing lumps of skin through my anus. I'm sure some people do enjoy the smell, but there are other ways to freshen up your bathroom. So why do companies make scented toilet paper? It's because they don't care if what they're making is harmful, as long as uninformed consumers buy it. And I'm sure that's what happens. Whenever a company adds scent to their product, it means they've given up on innovating. I'm pretty sure next year they're releasing a lavender-scented Boeing 737. I think it's such a lame feature, but it works. It worked on my housemate when he bought the toilet paper. It worked on me a couple weeks ago when I bought these scented pens. Half of these bled all over the page and I just had to throw them away. And a couple months ago I bought scented trash bags, which I thought was a good idea, but the second you put any garbage in them, the trash bag smells like garbage. And I'll concede the point that it can be a small luxury. I've personally realized I just don't like artificial smells. And I think companies should stop making scented products and start making better products. Whether that's making your product better for consumers or better for the environment or both. Some of these are billion-dollar companies that are doing awful things to the environment. And instead of fixing that, they're making scented toilet paper. Does this make sense? Does my complaint make any sense? I wish we would stop making stupid products and start fixing our planet. I think this makes sense. I think scented toilet paper is a literal metaphor for our capitalistic society. Rich people are still focused on making a quick buck rather than actually helping our planet and helping others. Which is what actually matters, right? I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper into the environmental impacts that Charmin and Angelsoft have had. When I first Googled, is Charmin good for the planet? Charmin's own website popped up, and I thought, hey, this is pretty good. Them and their parent company, Procter & Gamble, regrow trees. They won the Friend of the Forest Award in 2018. I even watched a commercial of theirs where they explain how forests work.
Forests are the source of clean air and water. They're the carbon sinks that slow climate change. They're the livelihood of communities across the country and home to a wide range of wildlife. Our forests are what sustains us, yet they're under threat.
Thank you for that explanation. I thought they were in the clear. But then I scrolled down just a little further and found some independent articles and studies and realized they have a long history of destroying our planet. For example, in 2021, despite the plea of over 100 environmentalist groups, Procter & Gamble increased the volume of pulpit purchased from Canada by more than 15%. To make their toilet paper, a lot of companies are chopping down the Canadian boreal forests. And these forests are especially important because they help soak up CO2 extra well. Procter & Gamble owns a lot of the products we use, and generally speaking have a history of sucking. But even today, in 2024, the Natural Resources Defense Council scored Charmin an F when it comes to their product sustainability, claiming that even today, they still refuse to adapt to climate concerns. They're still not doing enough. However, their scented toilet paper doesn't smell like lavender, so maybe they're not that bad. Angelsoft. Not only did you cause stress to the love of my life, you also scored an F on the Natural Resources Defense Council's test thing. I know I just threw this thing out there. Basically, they grade all the toilet paper companies based off these requirements. Angelsoft is owned by Georgia-Pacific, which is another massive company that has a long history of doing bad things. Does every big company have a history of being awful? In 2016, Newsweek covered how the emissions from one of their plants was directly impacting the respiratory health of the people living near the plant. The plant ran 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and emitted upwards of 1.5 million pounds of toxic chemicals every year. Recently, some Georgia-Pacific employees have been striking because of just how toxic these factories are to work in. Over the last decade, they've had at least 3 employees die, and they didn't die due to some crazy freak accident. They died because of the company's negligence. Now, I don't know if these are the exact factories that are producing our toilet paper, but it is the same company that makes this toilet paper. I did not intend for this to turn into a video essay. I just thought a product was stupid and started Googling things that supported the argument I was making in my own head. I believe Michael S. Reagan, the administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency, should make it so that companies have to apply for the right to make scented toilet paper. And until your company is determined to be a net positive for the environment, until you pay fair wages, and until you make sure your employees are all safe, you will be denied this right. My therapist recently told me that a lot of people feel this sense of existential dread, and the downfall of our environment can be a reason for that. A lot of us feel responsible for what's happening to our planet. We're emotionally impacted by climate change. And it sucks because there's so little we can do, and it's not our fault. Major corporations and the government are really at fault here. And I've never considered myself an environmentalist. I'm not well educated. I'm just linking you to smarter people. I'm just an idiot who cares about people. And if you care about people, I think you have to care about the environment. A part of me will always feel like these videos aren't worth making. I'm not making that big of a claim. My argument is as silly as it is serious. And I know I'm not gonna spark change. I'm personally gonna cut down on my toilet paper use by getting a bidet for Christmas. And I'm gonna try to do other things that are better for the environment. Instead of doing single-day shipping on Amazon, I'll select the more eco-friendly option that pops up. For those of you who have stayed with me, despite me saying the word anus more times than was necessary, here are some other alternatives to toilet paper that you should incorporate into your life to help make the world just a little healthier. First of all, there is eco-friendly toilet paper out there. A lot of it is made from bamboo. It is typically more expensive, but if you can afford it, it is an option. I've seen people recommend reusable cloths. I just have one right now, but it works pretty well. I bet a spray bottle works just as well as a bidet. Maybe use Chipotle napkins. Y'all ever dropped a dookie that was so stiff that when you went to wipe, there was nothing there? Chase that. I'm a big fan of squirting Febreze into my anus. Alright, well this was a productive conversation. I started working on this video 2 months ago, and in that time span, I have gotten my butt kicked by college, and I purchased a bass guitar with all of my YouTube money. I don't know how to play it yet, but I'll get there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care of yourself. We all need to do that. Take care of the environment. I never know what to say in conclusions. Take care of the people around you. Just love and respect other people. Treat trans people like people. That would get people fired up on Twitter if I said that. Thank you, and goodbye. I think I speak for all Americans when I say I'd rather blood pour out from the crest of my rectal cavity than ever admit that the Europeans were right about something. Who's with me?